Hello everybody to another episode of Usually Fixing and Tinkering, and this time a very specific Mark 1 focus video from the Mark 1 Preservation Club. We are having eventually we are having our first national meet at the Motorist. It has been a bit of a sort of top secret thing. I have hinted that we were going to do an event very soon in the near future, and it is today. And well, you're going to see plenty of Mark 1s. We have quite a few attendees, and I'm really pleased at the amount of people that have come here. So we're going to see some wonderful Mark 1s at this lovely place in the Motorist. Come and see. Right, I'll just move across, and there we go. In fine festa we have a lovely row of Mark 1 focuses. I'm going to refer to this sheet in a bit because there's been a lot of things going on, and the lovely flag that's been hanging around in my flat rather nicely. The idea is to preserve, drive and enjoy Ford's Design Classic. Yes, we're having a Ferrari meet going on over here, just ignore them. So celebrating Ford's Design Classic because it is a design classic. It's one of them few cars, just like the original Mini, that just supposes it just gives off that aura of just pure design. But today we've got 20 Mark 1s that have come today in attendance, the biggest amount of Mark 1s that I've ever seen in one place. And not just any Mark 1s, actually really good condition Mark 1s in superb condition. Some of them are superb, some of them are used, some of them are tired. Well, most of them are rolling products. They're all rolling projects. And nevertheless, let's begin. We have, obviously, we are everywhere. For those people who are not aware, the Focus Mark 1 Preservation Club, we are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and obviously it's a link to my YouTube channel, Usually Fixing and Tinkering, and that's what we're about, celebrating the original, or mostly original aspects of a Mark 1 Focus. Not messing about with them too much, but just appreciating them for what they are and saving them. We don't scrap them, we save them. And if we can't save one, if we're thinking about, you know, if we can't have our, well, if we can't afford to keep our Mark 1 going because they are expensive cars, then potentially just sell it on, move it on, or ask for advice. There's plenty of advice. And look at this lovely row of Focuses down here. This is just sumptuous. But anyway, 50 Shades of Panther Black getting lots of attention today. She made it here, not a problem, and she was followed by a very special car right next. And thank you so much, Tadas, for bringing this car, having a wonderful holiday over here. So Tadas, who's been a follower of my YouTube channel, who is also a member of the club now, he has brought from Lithuania his TDDI LX. So this is a 2003 model, and he's had it for just a few years at the moment. It's done around 300,000 kilometers, so it's about 200,000 miles, give or take. Left-hand drive, obviously, and he made it here in a heartbeat. Could keep up with me effortlessly. The effortless torque of a 90 horsepower TDDI. Just sticky door. No, that's fine. Oh, steering me. No steering wheel. Yes, of course. Left-hand drive, absolutely perfect. Oh, goodness me. There's so much excitement around these cars today. I am feeling the love for these cars. It's had a double DIN radio put in just for extra sound quality, and it's just got to be done, hasn't it? And interestingly, what I saw yesterday is we've got this little cubby hole that disguises the fuse box and OBD port. How convenient. Almost as if, well, quite intentionally, I reckon the left-hand drive version was the first version of a Mark 1, and then the right-hand drive was slight conversion. Drop in the glove box just to get the fuse board for a right-hand drive car. I can see why the left-hand drive was the thing. And obviously the speedometer reads in kilometers and not miles per hour as usual. It has got a trip computer over here, electric windows, everything you'd expect on an LX, including electric front windows, manual windows at the back, And being in the estate, it's the only estate here today, very underrepresented in the club, but the truth is there aren't many estates that aren't used as workhorses. Superb car. So I'm just going to bring you around here. You've got this lovely, what we call the match trim on the seats. This car is finished in Magnum Grey. I believe that it was offered on the LX for a while, but I think mainly in European markets. Magnum Grey is, in the UK, I would kind of see it as an ST170 colour, a standard ST170 colour, not on an LX. So this is quite a nice rarity. Got obviously the earlier gear alloys, which became LX alloys later on the facelift models, and it's a really nicely used car. I'll just bring you around to the front here, and look how tidy that is. It's been extremely well preserved. We've got a new inlet, new EGR cooler at the back, very clean, no leaks, very minimal wear at all. It just uses its age really well. 90 brake horsepower, but effortless torque is what is given from this engine, and it had no problems keeping up with me. As I say, you know, getting sorting out bits and pieces, that might happen in the future, but that's great. And it followed 50 Shades of Panther Black effortlessly. If this was an equivalent UK car, by the way, there is less than 300 TDDI LXs from 2003. Well, there's less than 300, but there's about 50 from that year. Ridiculous. So if it was a UK car, you can kind of tell the rarity. But in Lithuania, this is kind of one rare car. Next one in the line is Adam Joe's Focus 1.6. We featured this on the channel before. Very, very late LX, wearing its paintwork really nicely, and bought for a very lowly sum. The reason, I honestly, I love the magazine. I love this. Love the magazines and the brochures. Everybody's been doing this today, getting the brochures out, sharing the love. Superb. And it continues to be a reliable form of transport for him. Again, this car, being a later LX, would have the match trim. Quite a cheap sort of pattern design, but I tell you what, the seats have worn so well on this, it's untrue. And let's just have a look. 6,000 CD, as standard really, electric front windows, but we have manual mirrors. That's quite interesting, because not all of them, quite a few LXs will have electric mirrors, but this has got manual ones. There was a bit of shifting around later on. Ooh. More movements coming, and the engine bay it puts everybody to shame, this does, because it looks extremely clean, thanks to some very nice rubber and plastic products, and it's, as you would expect, air conditioning, 1.6, kind of standard, and there's nothing more to be said. It's just one heck of a tidy engine bay, and this is superb. And right next to Adam's car is Nick's box. No, it's all right. We won't say that. It's a 1.4 CL, nicknamed George. I've even done a plaque for him, so people know what George is. Yes, it's a 1.4 CL. Did you not know? This is the poverty spec version, lowly spec. You got absolutely minimal on this. No air conditioning, no ABS. Drum brakes. In fact, actually, it's the same spec as my car, to be honest, and that's a Zetec. So very lowly spec, but you'll be seeing a lot more videos of this. There has been a video made. There's been a few things that have been done. You might have guessed that, but we've also had a mishap, because if you come over here, bought some brand new wheel trims to this car. Yeah, the garage changed the front tyres recently, and I don't think they cable tied the trims on properly. Oh, what a bugger. That really is frustrating. I love the fact that he's got the brochure out, and now we could see what CL had. 4,000 CD. Well, that's been changed to a 6,000 in this car, because CD and all that. Nick doesn't do cassettes. Hasn't got any cassettes. Maybe he needs some cassettes. Could you see if you've got any cassettes that Nick might want? Send me a link. Give me an email. Literally, all you get is a Mark 1 Focus with no frills. However, on the facelift cars, you will get, obviously, electric front windows to replace the manual ones that you got on a pre-facelift CL with this rather checked trim. I can't remember the name for it, but it's I'd say cotton braided. It's functional with a sort of Ford waffle mat style, generic Ford mat. It's actually quite nice actually, but a matte black console, nothing much. Neptune green. It's rather nice. You're going to be seeing this car a lot more on the channel in the future. We're doing a lot of jobs to this, so exciting content. And believe you me, the last time I saw this car, not the last time you saw it, the last time I saw it, it was a swear job. It was that bad. And next door is a car that I was rather confused about because I didn't know whose car this was. Oh, it's Adam's. Yes, Adam has actually bought another diesel, another TDDI. Unbelievable. Yes, it's not any TDDI, it's a very late one on a 54 plate. But as you can tell from the chrome handle on the tailgate, it's a Ghia. Who in 2004 was buying a Ghia TDDI? No. I want to buy a Ghia, but I don't want the TDCI. I want the old school. Who the hell was doing that? Very few people. In fact, if I have a look at my sheet, I think about 30 of them are left. Not many were manufactured in the first place. And Adam has just recently bought this for the cheaply sum of £700, would you believe it or not? And that, honestly, the underside of this car is so clean and tidy. The rear suspension, look at that. There's nothing to it. Got the dealership sticker in the back window. It was registered in Wales. I'm not going to pronounce that. And yeah, I'm going to need some Welsh speakers to help me pronounce that properly. I don't want to get that wrong. But the arch lips are so clean. Adam's put some 16-inch Zetec ESP alloys on that he's got spare. Yeah, obviously you've got the velour gear trim as usual, and nothing really is anything different what you'd expect on a Ghia. Air conditioning, nothing leery, nothing much, but we've got drum brakes at the back, no discs, quite interesting. So if we come around to the front here, again, we've got another dealership window sticker there. And the idea of buying this car is so that it buys Adam a bit more time to sort out his other LX, his pre-facelift LX, and for £700, that is ridiculous. And this car has done around 66,000 miles approximately. That is, for TDDI, it's not even running in. Absolutely crazy. I mean, it's got all its original body panels. You can still get bargains with Mark 1s if you look for it. It's next to Adam's car. Naturally, Adam and Alex's car, nicer together. Obviously, Alex's car we've seen on the channel, 1.6 5-door Zetec, the most common configuration of any Mark 1 you will ever see. And 15-inch Zetecs. We've got the reflex pack, so airbags in the seats, the Harlequin Zetec seats in there. And oh, it looks really nice. It's always looking nice, and it's a delight to see this. I've got to say, I think Alex's plastics are a little bit more, looking much better than mine actually. I think I need to use more products. This was a Reg Vardy car by any chance, and oh, it's lovely to see. The Tonic blue just stands out on Mark. I mean, there's not much difference. Adam's literally just bought this car, and there isn't much difference at all. That just needs a little bit of a cut and polish to just polish it in a little bit more. And oh yes, we have a lovely Y-Reg Ford Focus Zetec. Well, it's not a Zetec, it's a Finesse, because we know this car as Jason's car. This is Jason's Focus, and it's a very special limited edition, a dealer limited edition that not many people would be aware about. Jason has fitted the Finesse badges. People have probably gone to him and said, have you got the right car? Have you just stuck random badges on? No, I haven't. It's actually a dealership special. He's put a few bits and pieces on it. It's not a Zetec collection. Some of you might have thought that instantly, but it looks very similar. You've got leather seats in there. He's done a bit of mixing and matching, but it's absolutely superb. It's a running car. He loves it, he enjoys it, and he has very, very few problems with it. It's actually just recently changed the headlights, I believe. Well, at least fairly recently, because they're very crystal clear. Most Mark 1s have had their headlights changed quite a fair bit. We've got this chrome mesh grille. That, I believe, might have been standard for the Finesse special edition. I don't think there were many other things that they changed in the dealer, but superb. Oh, and what we have here, we have a car owned by Steve. It's a Ghia 1.6. Hey, very, very nice to see. 1.6. If in doubt, flat out, Colin McRae. I fully approve of that sticker. Very subtle and very right indeed. Oh, it was obviously registered at Alan Ford. That's quite interesting as well. Quite a big dealer network down there. This is a really tidy model again. And again, another one in Tonic blue. You know, colour-coded door handles as you get on the Ghia. Nice badges. And again, the same sumptuous cloth interior, velour interior. That you would expect on these. Sort of fake wood ash effect grain on the centre console. You get it's a sort of fake ash grey rather than the walnut grey that you get, and used to make like the Ghia a bit more modern. But it's it's just everyone's taste there. I don't know if that is the best. I don't know the best combination on the Ghia. It's like they try to make it sort of classy but modern at the same time. I'm not quite sure, but it still looks really decent. And the wheels on this are so tidy. I've actually never really been a fan of these wheels on a Ghia. I think it's my least preferred Ghia wheel. But when and I've seen this a few times today, I've seen so many clean Mark 1s today and clean wheels. It's actually convinced me that some things that I see that are completely dirty, every Mark 1 I see on the roads are just completely filthy. And these are usually black. And it doesn't make it look good. But these look absolutely sumptuous. When they are refurbished or they are well looked after and cleaned, they look amazing. And yeah, standard run-of-the-mill 1.6. And there's not been too much going on in here. Just take off this cover. I will show you something that Steve has done, and that is battery terminals. So he's actually sorted the terminals on the batteries, because this is going to be, I think, a problem with Mark 1s in the future. So he's used the original wires, but he's just crimped them on to new connectors, and I think a lot of Mark 1s are going to need this work. Got a genuine Ford battery as well, made by, oh yes, Varta. I wonder if that's why the batteries are so good. Varta batteries are genuinely the best batteries. And yeah, run of the mill, absolutely fantastic. There's quite a few of these still remaining on the roads, but at the same time, Ghia 1.6s are the majority. Ghia 2 litres are quite a minority. But Tonic blue, yeah, gorgeous. And next door is David's absolutely gorgeous saloon 1.8 Ghia. I just love the chrome strip that you get on the top of the bumper. I think it's glued down, and it just had that pitting that they get at this age. It's fantastic. It actually looks like real chrome as well, instead of like being a chrome finished plastic, which is essentially what they are. And he's recently bought this for, again, he paid I think around £2,000 for this, or just a bit less. And it's absolutely amazing. The condition it's in, he hasn't done much at all. He's just literally cleaned it. Clean Ghia wheels again. And it's getting a Pacific green. Pacific green was the pre-facelift colour for Neptune green. So it kind of changed to Neptune green. Neptune green, like Nick's car, is a bit more of a sort of deeper, darker green than this. It's just fractionally lighter. But this is going to be such a rarity in the future. I mean, if we come in here, you've got this lovely sunroof, and just getting a Mark 1 with a sunroof is so rare. It's usually pre-facelift. I've very rarely seen them on a facelift. And we've got this delightful sort of similar trim. In fact, it's the same material as Nick's CL. It's a cotton braided material, but just in a sort of purpley, very light purpley black colour. Can't remember the name of it. But then we've got this. That is just pure velvet. It looks like a velvety pile. It's so nice to touch. It makes the rest of the seat just look so classy. In fact, that's so classy. I don't think you need leather seats in this to make it look good. Again, we've got the black ash trim. We've got the Ghia badges, and it looks extremely original. In fact, if I pay attention too much to what he's actually said, it was built on the 17th of June, but not registered to September on the new 51 plate. So this should have been a Y reg, but it's not a Y reg. Interesting. Obviously, we've got a few things like ABS, traction control, rear disc brakes, but you know what, these are always been maligned and disliked, but I'm not quite sure why, because effectively this is the Focus Mark 1 of the equivalent of an Escort Orion, the booted Escort. This is the booted Focus. These did not sell very well, particularly in the UK. In Europe, in general, they were more popular. In the US, they were actually way more popular, and you're going to see a video that will kind of go into the details of why that was the case. But you've got this lovely chrome strip dotted in, and you've got this high-level brake light just integrated straight into the actual boot itself. Usually in a lot of saloon cars, generically, you get it here on the bottom of the window or at the top. Most Volvos tend to have it like that, and the Volvo is like the master of like saloon cars. But they decided, no, we'll stick it here. But apart from that, there's really, I do like the rear lights. I just think, do you know what? If one came my way, and it was an automatic, excuse me on that one, it would definitely float my boat, because I'm just a lazy person. But yeah, that's really sumptuous. Thank you for bringing it, David, because ever since he announced that he'd bought it on the group, this has got some attention, and it is a 1.8 petrol, because naturally, in fact, the only 1.8 petrol that you could obtain, I think, on an LX especially, so the saloon version was available as a Ghia or an LX. It was never available as a Zetec for obvious reasons, and neither as a CL. But on both the Ghia and the LX, you could get it as a 1.8. On the LX, the only way you could get a 1.8 LX was by buying it as a saloon. Otherwise, you're stuck with a 1.6 diesel or a 1.4 LX. Very, very rare cars, but still. And we've seen this beautiful car before. It's Michael's Zetec collection on an X-plate, and registered at Calderford Motor Company in Wakefield, where Michael is based, and he's had this since new. It's a lovely story with this car. One owner from new, a lovely dealership sticker at the back, and he really cherishes this car. There's so much work to this car. I mentioned last time we came here that he's had a lot of seal work done on it, and the inside is just sumptuous, absolutely sumptuous, with that beautiful check seat interior, very much like the Harlequin seats, but blue inserted. And this is completely stock. It's not been messed about with, and it has got so much attention, this car, and it's just stunning. Every detail of this, it is just one very cherished car. It's been cherished for a very long time. Next door is Andrew Gill's car. Oh yes, and this is another one owner from new car. Andrew's owned this from new. He's had quite a bit of work done. He's had a new seal done. He's had a few bits and pieces sorted. In fact, this one has got the original factory exhaust. He was asking me about it, and it has got the original factory exhaust. Again, run-of-the-mill 1.6 Zetec, and with the roof bars. You can tell he uses it every day. And as then standard Harlequin trim that you would get in a Zetec, with the driver's seat looking careworn, which is what this car is. But it's used and it works, and he's got, these are the pre-facelift rubber mats. These are very hard to get, actually, and I noticed that earlier, so keep these at all costs. Single DIN radio to apply, obviously single DIN. We either have to have double DIN or single DIN, because Ford, as a security measure, made this aperture 1.5 DIN to stop people nicking radios, basically. That is effectively why. So you couldn't steal a radio out of a Ford and fit it to another car, because it's a weird size. I don't know how that really caught on, to be honest, but interesting. But this is, again, one owner from new, really cherished, and registered at Stanways in Liffin St Anne's. This is really tidy. It's got a few niggles in there, but they all have it, but it's had the arches welded up, and he loves it, cherishes it, and you're going to be seeing more of this car as well in the future. And interestingly, and this is quite interesting, so this is a Zetec, okay? Electric mirrors. Yes, we have electric mirrors on a Zetec. They were throwing quite a few things at these cars later on, and the later Zetec certainly got a few bits and pieces, and that one included. Oh, and then we have an O2 plate. Oh yes, Zetec 3-door. Yes, it is Craig's car, and Craig has come a heck of a long way to be here. And you know what? He was given this car by his boss in return for, well, he was owed wages, and he was told that he could either have a couple of cars at the garage, a van, or this, and he chose this because he's had Focus Mark 1s before. I think he made the right choice, and he's gone for a single dim radio, and it's all nice and leathery in here, and that's what I like to see. The leather seats are quite nice. Where's the headrest gone?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I never got them with the car.
Oh no! Oh, it's all right. We'll have some hanging around. It's fine. Oh, I didn't realise that. But yeah, 3-door looks great, doesn't it? They really do. He's got some care worn around here. We've got some arch issues going on, but it'll be done. It's all in the plan. And the great thing is, when you got a tired Mark 1, the only way is up. Trust me. And you got a stainless steel system that somebody fitted ages ago. It's as he bought it. He's done a few bits and pieces, but this is coming off the road for 12 months to have a raft of work done to it. Again, you know, electric mirror adjustments and all that. There's a few things that he's done, but overall, very, very original car. And interesting, very, very interesting. It's got, as I say, knocks and dents. It's as you would see a Mark 1 on the street. But the point is, things are going up for this car. So, Craig, keep going, buddy. And as we come over here, we've got a car owned by Doug, who's been a member of ours since very early on, actually. On an 04 plate, I registered at Polar Motor. I think that might be a replacement because it's got the GB Euro flag. Not many of them have that now because they've all been kind of replaced. But this is a later Ghia. Now, later Ghias got these. I am a massive fan of these. They are really nice looking alloys, these. I think they're the smartest Ghia alloys. They look very similar to what you'd have found on a Mark II Focus Ghia. Just a fraction of a slight redesign there. This is for sale. So if you want to get in touch, that is his phone number. Please don't pester. Please just call him if you are interested. Please don't badger him. Only serious buyers. This car has had its rear suspension done at some point, and for me, look at this: spring, arms, bolts, subframe. I'm sorry, anti-roll bar links. Do you know what? Any Mark 1 that's had that work done to it, instantly £2,000. But it's not just that. Have you seen the badge at the back? Yes. It's a 2-litre. A 2-litre Ghia, manual gearbox, with this lovely velour seats, as you can see. Usual standard stuff. It's £2,000. It should be £2,000 at the floor. I don't know what price is up for, but that's my advice. £2,000, because getting a Mark 1 with that sort of work that's been done, very rare. Usually when you have done that work, you are committed to the car. But sadly, sometimes things do happen and you do need to move things on, because cars are less of a priority than other things in life, and I agree. So I hope that this car goes to, again, another really good owner. Just little bits in there. This is always an area, always rusts underneath the door mirrors. But anyway, I'm being harsh there. This is a cracking car. It's got automatic climate control. Yeah, it's got automatic climate control. 6006 CD changer, basically. So you've got a CD changer under the passenger seat here. Okay, there'll be a CD changer right under there, so you have a bit more extra wiring. Got traction control in there. Very, very tidy car with these lovely tread plates that you get. And obviously on the gears, you do get these effects. You get them on all of them. Ash, chrome, well, chrome covered plastic, you know. He loves this car, and it's a very, very reluctant sale, and it must be reluctant. So fingers crossed that this goes to another good home and Doug gets the money that this is worth, quite frankly. We've seen this Millennium before. Yes, we saw this Millennium at the festival on the Unexceptional. It is Chris's Millennium, and this is a stonkingly good car. WH 2000, as most of them were. Again, this is number 122. Just a reminder for those people not seeing this car, number 122. It's the only Millennium here. There are only 40 of these on the roads, of which this is one. And believe you me, getting them centre caps, you can't get them. It's just impossible. You'd have to get something like a sticker made up. I'd recommend that. I'd say getting like a metal sticker copy made of that cap, and then just stick it on the back of the cap. Basically, you just remove the old sticker. But we've got all the 90s stuff. Walkman, Nokia in the same sort of yellow as the car, and wow, oh my god, no way. Wow, no, this is not a surprise. So this is a gift that Chris has been given today by Dave, who has had this vacuum for quite a long time. Yeah, it's the same colour as the damn car. It's actually the same shade as the damn car. That's ridiculous. It all goes. I mean, someone passed saying, did the vacuum come with the car? Is that good a shade? Brilliant. 1.8, very rare. Most people didn't like them. Most people were just scrapped. Most of them were just scrapped because, well, the colour wasn't particularly great. Was it? Or was it? Wow, it stands out like a sore thumb. And this really does show itself. I would say Mark 1 Focus colours are very modern in their context of, I mean, look at that line we've got going down there. That is the most gorgeous line I've seen in a long time. It's just, excuse me. But this stands out. It's daring. They do oxidise. As you can see, we've got paint fade on the bumper. It's oxidisation in the sun. It's really difficult. The roof's got it, but it doesn't matter because it's looked after, and it will be getting better, I suspect, as time goes on. But he loves this car. Chris absolutely loves this car, and fair play. And we've come to the final two cars, and this is quite a pairing, actually. So we've got so this is top of the range. This is top of the range. Okay, this is again another 2-litre Ghia with the dual tone interior, beige. I've got to show you it. This is just sumptuous. This was bought it was bought by somebody who started watching me. They bought the car in November last year, and take a hint at this. I've got to sit in here. This is ridiculous. I mean, getting interior trim for this, I would like to own one, but then owning one would be a pain if anything got damaged. I have to say, I'm being very careful because I think plastic paint and a good colour match would sort this out in the future. Again, we've got same covered kind of just fluffy material. It's like sort of recycled stuff that they put on these. Strangely enough, I think there was a car back in the 80s, Austin Ambassador Vanden Plas. Look them up. They've got exactly the same material on the door cards. So Ford were taking inspiration from a 1980s facelifted Ambassador. Crackers, absolutely crackers. We've got dark ash trim. Again, all the usual. What I like about the Ghias is that you've got the colour coordinated vents. Again, this is the weird one. So these two vents, obviously you've got colour coordination going on, and obviously you've got black vents because we're above the swage line, which everything above is black. But the door, that handle is still black. That's interesting. So there's some things they retained, but heated seats, yeah, definitely. Traction control down there, so you've got the 3-button console. Mine, I've got the heated seat switches, but this is a blank on mine. It's quite difficult to get the blanks, actually, strangely enough. 6006 CD changer, all original, automatic climate control. I have been asked so many questions about this. Can I convert my manual heating to this? You can. You're going to have to take the whole dashboard out, and you're going to need all the bits and all the sensors. My advice is get a car with this fitted. That's the advice. It's got global closing and a ton of window switches, electric windows at the back. This is really nice. And obviously, yes, slide and tilt. Oh, goodness me. It's like the greenhouse in here, but The air, the amount of light that's coming in is, it makes such a difference. If only they'd have thought ahead and made a Mark 1 with a more of a panoramic roof. How about that? That'd be a good modification. A panoramic roof, but done properly, all the way to the back. Now, this is light. It's amazing. This does not feel like a Mark 1 Focus interior. It feels like another car because of the beige gives it this light and airy feel, even though we've got the light coming in here. Light and airy, and yeah, this is nice. I love this. Absolutely fantastic. If this was an automatic, just saying guys, just saying, keep saying that. Oh, and also the other thing, this has also got very similar looking match to a pre-facelift, but I don't think it's genuine Ford, that one. It doesn't say Ford on them. But the rear ones, it's just, even the doors shut. Do you know what? These doors are quite free and it shuts really nicely. Sign of a really good Mark 1 when everything just lines up and shuts nicely. 2 litre Zetec. 2 litre Zetec ESP. Oh boy, we have a 2 litre Zetec ESP in attendance. Absolutely fantastic. These are very sought after now. Very rare cars. 16-inch Zetec wheels as standard. This is the car that these wheels originated from. These were an option on standard Zetecs, but how many people would have paid $750 to have a wheel that looks literally only fractionally different to the ones they've got? Nobody. That's where my wheels came from. One of these. It's as simple as that. This has been lovely cared for, but look at this. We've got an alarm. Eh? I thought only ST170s had a perimeter alarm. No. It turns out, if I just stick the camera in, we have ultrasonic sensors. One there, and there's another one there. There's 4. There's 4 on the B pillars aimed this way. So this one will control this area of the zone, and this will be this. It's just a brake in the air. It's very similar to the ones on my Rover 45 actually. They just operate off air pressure basically, just a change in air direction. Quite sensitive, but they work. Harlequin seats, Zetec seats, etc. All standard Zetec really, but because it's the ESP, we have traction control. Woohoo! Fantastic. All the boy toys, all the toys. It's had some pinstripes fitted with the motif at the bottom, very subtle and quite nice actually, to be honest with you. I've just told the owner that with a bit of a cut and polish, this will look just as good as mine. It doesn't look bad. I'd say the paintwork looks good, and we know how bad Panther Black is to make them look good. It's as simple as that. This is a wicked car, and what a car to finish this off. Registered at Jennings Ford. This is just superb. Look at this behind me. I mean, look at this beautiful row of cars. Ignore these 2 cars. Look at this beautiful row of Mark 1s down here. That's absolutely sumptuous, isn't it? It's not a sight that I've ever seen, and most of them are in extremely good condition. The reason that they survive and are here today is because from day one they have had either a few or all their owners have looked after them diligently. It is a superb privilege, honestly, such a privilege to see these cars and their owners. And I've been chatting non-stop. Unfortunately, I've started filming this video after talking to about 50 different people, it feels like, and my voice is just slightly gone and my enthusiasm is not dwelling. And there is somebody whose car I didn't film because he left before I started filming. Tony Dean, your Colorado Red 1.6 Flight, superb car, sir, and I really must thank you for running the club's forum. Tony does a lot of work running the club's forum so that I can relax a little bit and allow the work to be delegated to other people. Running a car club is not easy. Organising this has not been an easy exercise. If anybody wants to run their car club, you need plenty of time and plenty of enthusiasm. So this is just the start. 20 Mark 1s have been in attendance today, and I'm so thrilled to have met every single one of their owners and seen these cars. And it makes me think, do you know something? We're in the right place, and if you're watching this, you obviously like Focus Mark 1s or have a keen interest, and if you are tempted to buy a Focus Mark 1, go for it, because you're never going to get a better opportunity to grab one of these while they are this cheap. I just don't think there are many cars this age, or any car this age, where you can drive this car at 70 miles an hour going through bends on A roads and motorways at that speed and feel like you're not going to crash into anything, even on tyre suspension, and that's truthful. Anyway, I'm just going to leave you a few snippets of the afternoon. I've got a trophy competition to sort out, of which the winner has been selected. And I wonder if many of you have actually already guessed the car that we've gone through that is going to win this award. So I'll cut to then. Anyway, I just want to present this. Thank you so much for attending today. Honestly, I've never seen so many amazing Mark 1s before in one place. Usually when I see more than a few Mark 1s on the streets even, they're all battered and tired. So it's really inspiring to see ones that have been so well looked after. And you are all winners, because being here means you obviously love your cars so much that you just want to keep them going and preserve them for longer. And that's what it's about, just enjoying them for longer. I think I'd like to say all these will be here in 20 years time, but reality is they won't. Some of them won't be. Some of them will get lost over time, but hopefully most of them will be. And hopefully you've inspired a new load of people who will watch this and want to own a Mark 1 if they don't already do so. And if you haven't come today, you need to come next time. But anyway, this trophy, we try to avoid the scenario of you know, the one that looks the best or the most concourse, because it's not about show and shine with these cars at the moment. They're all rolling restorations, and not everybody can afford to spend $3,000 on a spray job. It's something that I've like and ahed about because of my own finances, and I'm sure most of you can't justify that. So it's a case of, well, what's the most like what is well looked after? It's about looking after them, enjoying them to the max, and just in general enjoying the company of others as well with your other cars. And to be honest, this was a unanimous call by all the group admins. Michael, your Zetec collection, come here, sir. You are the winner. Your car is amazing. Come here.
Thank you very much, Andrew.
Good man. Michael's car is one owner from you, and he's looked after it immaculately over 20 plus years. And to find a Zetec collection is rare, but to find one that has not been messed about with is just amazing. So please, well done, congratulations. And well done for all of you coming, because you are all winners. That was really tough to call, that was. There could have been at least 4 or 5 winners today at least, believe you me. So anyway, thank you for joining, guys, and enjoy the rest of the day. The sun has come out, and it's been an amazing day. Good, guys. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Well done, Michael.
Thank you.
Take care, buddy. See you, everybody.